Roll with it. The mics are on, baby. Welcome to the Clout Route podcast.
Woo!
Let's try this again.
Now in Technicolor and audio.
Let's try this again. The not failure stream. You're here with us. Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
It is episode 58, and we're gonna try to make it through because it's a rough one today. I'm fucking everything up.
This will be a bona fide slobber knocker.
And I did it again. The same thing we did the first time when I was saying all the shit before. I fucking dropped
a bunch of cuss words.
I dropped a cursey word way too early.
Oh, you POS! You're messing up TOS, man. What is going on? This is a not safe for work podcast.
Yeah,
apparently.
I mean, well, you know how it is. Anyways, like I said, we're here. Kevin, how is your Sunday?
So
you were
good.
telling me something. So good.
What did I say the first time? I can't remember.
Let's think. See, that's how quick our attention spans go when we do our pre-show prep.
I'm really happy.
I can't even remember what we talked about.
I told you what the Sunday scaries were.
What are the Sunday scaries?
You didn't know what that was.
I've never heard of that.
That is the brutal realization that your day job looms in the horizon, which, as I said before, usually kicks in for me right around dinner time. Like, oh man, it's my last free meal before I go back into the daily grind.
See, the unfortunate part for me is that I work. I go in every day. I mean, like, as much as it is like, work. Some days isn't as much work as it is other things, but I go in basically every day. So like, fucking whatever. Sometimes I get confused what day of the week it even is. Sunday scaries. I don't get scared. I'm never scared, bitch.
Ooh, again, we're still only at 210, brother.
I mean, like I said, we're beyond.
We're full gone now.
I committed on the failure stream that I was over the whole cuss word thing. We're gonna get copyright claimed. We're gonna swear the whole podcast. This is 18 rated. I might even No, I won't be here for that. Bob, help me out here, bud. You can exit off stage, Kevin, while I do crazy shit.
Okay.
10-4.
That's when I'll check the scores of the game today.
Somebody said we pulled an Ethan Klein with our timing. I mean, I agree, I guess. It'd be fucking... I usually say, this is why I always say around. I always the verbiage I use is around whatever time I make it, because there are always the possibility of technical difficulties. Kevin and me don't have a fucking, what do they call it? The fucking rogues gallery behind us fucking doing all the shit.
Yeah.
I better watch if I pick my nose too. Don't pick your nose and eat it on stream.
Don't do that. Hey, what does that mean to pull an Ethan? Does he just not start streams on time?
He sucks. No. No, the Ethan is like, their podcast is always scheduled for 4:00 or something, and they don't go live until 4:30. Or it's 2:00 and he's like not there till 4. Whatever. There's always something. Hey,
I respect it.
Life happens, baby.
One of the few things I like about Ethan so far.
You go with that one.
You tell
like
him.
that one.
You tell him, Ethan.
Fashionably late, bitches.
Yeah, I'm always on time. Whenever I show up, I'm on time.
Ethan.
That's my Ethan impression, by the way.
It's Sunday, so Thursday. If we I can't speak. Rewind. That wasn't stuttering. I was trying to do like a rewind. Thursday, I talked about Justin Roiland and all that nonsense, and we kind of touched on it in the last podcast.
Yeah.
I did a poll that was, would you watch would you watch Rick and Morty without Justin Roiland? And the majority of the vote was yes, with pretty close on the nose, but yes, won.
I fell into your already quit watching category for full transparency.
That was the
here.
third category, so it kind of stacked up that way.
So it's not some sort of grand stance of mine to say that I'll no longer be watching because I had already lost interest, but to each their own. The down part, I guess, for an unsolicited opinion on that, for the other folks that work on that show, I guess I'm glad that they still will have a job, because it would suck for them to get outed or not outed, kicked on their ass out into the street because they didn't have anything to do with it. So I guess I'm glad it's still a show for that part, but
Right.
it's kind of hard. I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to make a decision with this one, if I'm being honest with you. Like, there's no, like, I can just, it's a show I'm not already watching. I don't have to.
This
quit
is what
it,
I was
but-
thinking. Fire Dan Harmon. I don't know if I said this on Thursday show or not, but my base take is fire Dan Harmon, keep everybody else that's on the staff, and they do an entire season that's just killing in Minecraft. Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon, like destroying their careers on the show. You know what I mean? Like, well, just like making fun of them. Do a whole episode that's like creepy Justin Roiland episode or whatever.
feels like
Making
that's
fun,
gonna-
like like what I guess what I'm hinting at is like Chef got humiliated on South Park when he quit because of Scientology. They did a whole Scientology like bit. It was like three episodes or something, and they took his old voice clips and reused them to satisfy the episode. Like, I love something like that. Well, they could just impersonate. Like, there are so many Rick and Morty impersonators that they could make. They could impersonate Justin Roiland doing Rick and Morty with some like dude and make that a joke. You know what I mean?
I see.
Like,
I
I don't
see.
know.
Do you-
There are better writers than I, but you get what I'm saying.
You want to public humiliation for him? I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
could
don't know
take
if
it
it
or
plays
leave it,
well
but
for an audience, but maybe do it for like one episode. Like, get it out of your
Yeah.
system and then move on. I think,
or
if
just
you
that's the
beat
kit
that
and
drum
caboodle.
for
That's
a whole
the season, and then
then you
it's
just
over.
made Velma, but like not maybe better.
Doinks. We'll get to the doinks later, dude. I love that. Doinks. Please don't clip me saying doinks. Okay,
Dude.
well, speaking of Rick and Morty, rolling off that, are there any mascots in Rick and Morty that you can think of that didn't wear pants?
Oh yes, Justin Roiland's very own Squanchy,
Didn't wear pants. Okay, fair
I don't
enough.
think anything.
Does the bird dude wear pants either?
bird person.
Yeah.
Last I watched that show, he was like a revived cyborg. So I don't know if pants are in the equation for him.
I don't even know what's going on with that shit. The reason why I ask is because of this. Now, this is a fan submission out there. Formal shouts out. Let's look at this. A message from A&W. Okay. America, let's talk. Since 1963, Rudy the Great Root Bear has been our beloved spokesbear. Now, have you ever heard of Rudy the Great Root Bear?
Yeah, who hasn't?
Okay, fair enough.
He's my favorite restaurant mascot.
Did you know that there
of
was an
course.
A&W restaurant?
Yeah, they're paired with Long John Silver's these days. Whenever I
Oh,
see
that
one,
sounds foul.
you have to designate. Do you want an A10 or an L10? Because they'll have two separate menus. My favorite is to go
Interesting.
get some fish and chips with vanilla root beer float. There we go. Yeah, because
Okay.
I just, if I can do
You
that, then
dip
I can take the whole day off of
You
work
dip
because I'll
it?
be on the toilet for the entire afternoon.
You dip it like McDonald's, or no, like
Like a
Wendy's
Frosty?
French fries and a
Mhm.
Frosty.
Yeah, you never dipped a fish fillet into some vanilla ice cream, boys and girls. You don't know what you're missing.
So yeah, we knew people would notice because he's literally a 6 foot tall bear wearing an orange sweater. But now we get it. Even a mascot's lack of pants can be polarizing. So they decided to put jeans on fucking Rudy the Root Bear.
I appreciate that. I can now once again go back to ordering fish and chips and dabbing some ice cream on it. So I appreciate you for that, A&W.
My wife brought it up when we were talking about this off stream. Donald ducking it. So is Donald ducking it? It's out now. No more Donald ducking it. Can you
Is it
explain Donald
appropriate?
ducking it to me?
I believe to Donald Duck it would be to have
I love
only
that.
a top on,
Donald duck it.
no pants. Now, here's where, see, ducks don't wear underpants. So where I have a question of where do we define Donald ducking it is, are your boxers on? Because if that's the case, then I feel like, Donald ducking, it's a pretty normal part of the day.
No. Ducking it means like
You're just
nothing.
full
Yeah.
Tom Petty free falling down there, huh? Okay.
It's too dangerous. If you're not a guy, you might not be able to relate, but the dangly bits, I mean, Donald ducking it is just too dangerous.
Yeah.
They don't go up like a duck. It's like they're designed that way. It's like tucked away in a thing. No.
They don't go up. Well,
If you don't know how a human's anatomy works, we don't have no tuck up. And, well, all right. Let's move on from this conversation.
Boom. Got him.
So shouts out to all those pantsless mascots out there. You're soon to be pantsed.
Your time is up.
Soon to be pantsed. Okay, so
Who is next
got a bunch of
on
clips
the
at the
list?
top of nonsense, and we're starting out with this one that I put. 3-year-old beats our asses at COD. Now I do remember what this
I don't
is.
know
This
who
is
I'm more
wild.
depressed for this kid or me. I think it's me.
Now you can hear him too. He's like saying like snipe him. It's kind of quiet, but this kid. I mean, like look at his fingers. Like these fingers. 2 of his fingers add up to 1 of my fingers.
He's already
and
better.
he's fucking.
He's better at Call of Duty on an iPad with his baby tiny hands than I am with a full-blown adult controller in mine. So
It is wild, dude. You need to get the iPad out of your children's hands now. 3 years old, bro. And there's even an article underneath that says, this kid is actually a beast. 3-year-old Call of Duty beast goes viral and divides the internet. I mean, I could see how it divides the internet because it's
everybody's gonna have an opinion on that.
It's your child.
Whether or not that should be going on. I'm just jealous. That's my only take on this. Is I'm jealous of that kid's skill, and this is why I don't play battle royale games or Call of Duty after work because I get my teeth kicked in 40 hours a week at work. I don't need to come home and just get embarrassed by a 3-year-old on an iPad. God, like life is tough enough, folks. Wow, I mean, good for him. He can make money doing this someday, but it's probably not great that young to have a lot of screen time, I imagine. But I'm not anybody's
This is
dad.
what I want. This is what I envision. We need to start getting the kids to plug in their headsets and wear their headsets earlier so that when they're at like developmental ages, like this kid's fucking 3, if he was wearing a headset until he's like 13, he's going to have a legitimate divot in his brain, like in his skull.
Did you say you want that? Is that
I don't, okay, well.
what is this, ancient Egypt? Yeah, and then you're going to wrap the baby's head so he
Where's
gets
the
a
coins?
nice elongated skull. And
Where's
that'll
the
teach him.
rings yeah. No, just cram their feet into this really tight shoe. No.
We're done. That's it. That was it's been fun. It's been a good ride.
It's just funny to think about like that could be a reality is what I mean. I don't really want somebody to do that to their poor kid, but if this kid is bebopping around on a screen like that at 3, you could imagine that, yeah, you could get a Razer headset on this kid, and if he wears it every day for the rest until he's fucking 10 years old, he might have, I mean, some people have skull divots that are like, older.
Can you imagine getting called a noob or having a get wrecked, scrub? It's like, God. Oh,
fuck you, little bitch.
Yeah.
Kevin, you suck. You suck.
He's bitch. Headshot, bitch. Headshot. God, stop it. Will someone get this insufferable child?
Yeah, right. So moving on from the children, going on to full-blown adults. You brought a high cop to my house. Kansas officer can be seen steadying himself against a railing and the wall. His speech slurred, and he blinks a lot. He also makes some strange gestures with his hands. The officer was put on administrative leave only after the video spread. So I think that last line's like to black pill me and get me pissed that he only got that much trouble for this or whatever. But I don't know. You tell me what you think.
Only after there was evidence was he found guilty.
What does this say? Black family to press. Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck am I showing the right clip here? Because I don't want to say anything fucked up, but I read it.
Hey, can I get a sergeant? We can't find anybody. I want a sergeant. Because I want a sergeant to see him. I want a sergeant to see him.
Are we getting good volume? Yeah, we're good.
This man is under influence or something.
I have a party here requesting for a sergeant.
You know he's under influence or something.
Oh,
I mean, you can see him down there.
You know you're fucked when the civilian
Hey,
calls
if I
for
held my
backup.
finger up and told you to follow my finger, could you do it?
What's wrong with Dave Canvas?
You're high as shit.
Did you even know what he said? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
He said,
saying.
"Am I still in Kansas?"
High cops in my house.
You guys walked to my mom's house
Look at this.
without
Hey,
permission.
can I get
This
your
has
name
got to
now?
be a prank,
Okay, this is
right?
off the
This
rails.
is fake. this is real.
Well, I mean, it says he's put on administrative leave, so I guess you tell me it's chuds of TikToks are
I
usually
question
there.
it so much, my voice went up like a whole octave. Did you hear it? I heard it. It
Chuds of
cracked.
TikTok's usually on their shit, so
You
yeah,
think so?
no.
I don't
High
know.
as
I'm not
fuck
familiar.
cop.
That's a bad look.
Bad
It's
look.
not a good look, boys.
But I put, do you wish every cop was a
Yeah.
shit face? Because if they all showed up that shit face, then we wouldn't have as many people getting fucking.
No. No.
Okay.
The 140-pound ones like that guy can say shit face, but I don't think you want to. You don't think you want a strong man out here, whiskey drunk, trying to lay down the law? That'd be bad.
They got
dude.
fucking Weekend at Bernie's. The fucking the chief officer is fucking Weekend at Bernie's. Okay, they're holding him up like, yeah, we promise it's him. Okay,
It's
well
gonna
let's
look like
move
Travis
on.
Scott in the front row of an NBA game.
Should we look at that?
Oh, we can. I'd say
Speaking of, I guess that's a
little-
good roll off.
We'll prep for a future look here, but
Check this out. So
oh, he's blocked. You
he's
gotta roll him
blocked.
up. Oh,
we've
for the
got. So
perfect
who is this?
reveal.
Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, and Travis Scott.
Yeah, a couple of upcoming first-round picks here in the NFL, and then old Nappy Trav down
Oh
there.
my God! Good night. Good night.
I think he's asleep.
What do you
dude.
think is his thing of choice? Do you think he's just like into couch right now, like too high?
Yeah, that's all I'll say. You know, I don't know. I've never been around that guy, but let's just say he probably had more than, what was it, 5 milligrams? What was the suggestion that would make you green out? Maybe. I think
Right,
our
we'll
man,
roll on that.
Our man might be greened out, which I
He's
hear
greened out, dude.
happens to some folks. You gotta be careful out there, man, especially if it's your first time.
I don't know. Have you got greened out before? Have you like unexpectedly gotten yourself into a situation?
Absolutely not. You're not gonna talk about that. No way. No way.
Wait, Kevin,
I've only ever been drunk. That's it.
you only do the legal things, is what
Yeah.
you're saying. I got you. Okay.
I prefer a natural high, like a runner's high, or the high you get from a sense of deep accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, you are an
That's
athlete.
what I do.
Who did
I
we say
chase
we
real.
wanted to roll?
Okay, you don't have to be a dick.
I was being serious. You're more I can't claim. I can't claim to be an athlete.
I know it was a joke. I was trying to be very clear that I was joking there, but damn, he's getting burned out here.
Oh, it was. We said that Travis gets perked up, and that
I mean-
Kai Cenat gets. I mean, not perked up. That's my verbiage. But
Allegedly.
Kai Cenat greens out,
Yeah.
and this is a thing.
No, it's
If you
not.
wanna
The
check
man
this
looked
out.
it up. Google Network. Look it up. Google Network. It is.
I'm not, okay? I'm not doing that shit, okay? Shut your dumb ass up, Google Network. What the fuck is wrong with you, Google Network? Less
He
than
sounds like
5
me.
milligrams.
He was
What
cracking.
are you talking about?
3 hours later.
Damn.
It's a bit.
Damn.
See, I don't trust anything anymore. Is this a bit?
No, I'm pretty sure this is real. Again, I mean, we just got to roll with it and say that it's real.
Dang.
I don't know what that greenhouse.
No,
Isn't
we
that
don't. We have to
funny?
be. We have to. I was gonna say we have to be woke. That's the worst thing I could say, right? We have to be. What is the better word for that? You have to see. Is that
Sweating.
Is that what black pilled means? What is it like?
Black-pilled
You have
is
to
when-
see through it, man. Like it could all just be a work, brother.
I am black pilled. You're right. That is exactly what I
I don't know what it means. Someone has to tell me.
am. You're like you believe the bad of all of it, dude. It's always the negative. You're black pilled. None of
okay.
it's true. It's all false.
I've been accused of that before. Okay.
Yeah, you're black pilled.
Nice.
Okay, so moving on. Okay, you know,
all right.
I guess we can look at it, and we can look at it quick. And I don't even really want to get into the politics of it all because I'm not interested. What I am interested in is how this is the only reason I really want to watch this. I've never in my life before seen footage of any kind of crime or situation like this that just went down so like awkwardly, and like we were just talking about black pilled and whether I believe things out there. It's like when you see shit like this, yeah, no wonder people are like, what the fuck? Like it's just the strangest thing I've ever
really?
seen.
This is a new first view for me, by the way. I don't know what's coming here.
So these are the cops coming up to Paul Pelosi's house after they got the call. There's a guy in his house with a hammer, yada, yada. I mean, we've talked about it before on the podcast, and the news on it's been blaring. Like, They've accused him of, oh, it's his gay relations or whatever.
That's right. I remember that one.
Or whatever. I don't know. There's all kinds of weird speculatory shit, but watch the actual footage here. So they're walking up. I don't think you can hear anything, so that's good. They're walking up to the place, and just wait until you see the doors open here. It's just it's just the weirdest thing. So here they are, walking up to the doors. Here's our play-by-play, like me and Kevin are sports commentators or something.
Yeah, I guess it was good. Okay,
He
now he
winds
checks
up-
his
they're taking-
six.
They're
I don't know,
taking
maybe
a
they're calling
while
for
to
some
open this
backup
fucking
here.
door.
I don't know.
There. Okay.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh.
Door opens. Now look at this. First off, Paul Pelosi right here. Now, this guy has like a hold of him. This is the intruder. This guy has like a hold of his arm here or whatever he's holding here. You can kind of see. Oh, so Paul Pelosi has his hand his hand is locked around right underneath the head of a hammer, okay?
Okay.
This other guy has his one arm on Paul Pelosi's arm and the other arm on the handle of the hammer. We're going to continue to watch. They're like the cops are like, what the fuck's going on? And look at how long this takes for them. They're just standing there. Like kind of like everybody's in shock. They're like, what the fuck? And then finally he gets the gumption. I mean, look, how weird does this look? Like I said, there's no volume here. But how weird is it that they're just like, what is this interaction?
It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. For the
like
record,
I
that's
said-
not a Donald Duck, though, for the record. So we're clear.
He's Donald Ducking almost.
I know
This
that's
is
everyone's
almost Donald
biggest
Duck.
concern right now. But as we previously have established, this is not a Donald.
The biggest scoop here is that he's pre-Donald Ducking.
Were we saying Daffy before? I can't remember, but it's not a Donald Duck. Either one. It's neither.
They're ducking.
This is very odd to me.
Anyways,
I'm only making jokes because of how incredibly uncomfortable I am in this situation because I don't know what happens next.
It
and I'm
really
like, what?
is like where this is
I mean,
why
I
I wanted to bring it
know
up. It's
what-
so uncomfortably weird.
It was reported. I know what I know what happens next, but I haven't seen what happens next on this footage. So
Yeah.
I'm very nervous.
So flashing the light at him, they're kind of like having this conversation. I guess he's saying, "What the fuck?" There, he's
And
like
now
pulling
he's
from him.
like,
You can
I'm
see
about to-
Paul Pelosi is in pain because he's like squeezing and trying to get the shit. He gets it out, bam,
Oh.
whacks him. Good, okay? So if we go back there, wonk. And you know what? This frustrates me because I swear there was volume. And I guess we're just not going to look at it with volume, but I swear there was volume because he's like snoring. Like legitimately snoring. Like he gets knocked the fuck out.
Jeez.
Like obviously this is a whole like kind of you can't really tell what's going on, but Paul Pelosi's on the ground right here and they're getting the fat guy off of him, but literal like have you ever seen anybody get knocked out and then like go to literal snoring mode? Like full on snores?
I have not, but
I just guess I've seen it online because I look at morbid shit.
I am not a renowned street fighter, despite
Your
my
looks?
athletic claims. That is okay. That
I don't want to look at it
it's a
anymore.
weird
It's
one.
too
Yeah, I don't
scary.
want to see anymore.
It's scary though. It's weird. It's all
I get what you were
all
saying
the
about
things.
why. Yeah, people see stuff like that and think, "Well, that looks weird."
So I
It's
think
unfortunate. We need a palate cleanser. Right?
on that
We gotta-
note, we will just
switch
palate
it
cleanse,
up.
and the palate cleanser is the creator clash here, which is dope. I'm so excited for round 2 of the creator clash. We kind of did our thing with it last year, watched it, and it was fun. I
don't know why it
just
makes me want to stretch. I'm not fighting.
want to get to the part where they talk about
Hey,
the
it's your boy.
fighters. It's my boy.
Your
This
boy.
isn't my boy. Okay?
You're not friends with all the. You're not friends. Sorry, you don't like all the H3 guys. Is there?
This is where you get me in trouble online, Kevin.
I'm sorry. I'll stop.
But yeah, it shows the fighters if we can let it fucking.
It shows the great Joe Rogan analysis, which was my. I am
Isn't
so
that so
sorry for
awesome?
Joe that bubble got burst for him. You know, Although it's probably better, right? He was kind of sad about a dad boxing his own son.
I'm so glad we watched that on the pod because that was just so hilarious seeing him be like, I can't believe a dad could hit a son like that.
And he was like,
you
proud of
probably, he's going into it like so base, like he probably hurt his pituitary gland. He's fucked up for the rest of his life, but you don't share that same thought for anyone else that plays. Like, what the fuck?
I didn't even hear
Anyways.
that part. That makes it so much better.
Let's look at some of these matchups here, okay? And I mean, bear with us. Some of these people are kind of not, I don't know
big
what
names,
to say,
huh?
not huge names, and you can't literally not huge names because you probably won't be able to read any of them here.
Yes,
But
he means the size, not their influence. Although in some cases he might mean their
here,
influence. I don't know.
I guess I shouldn't have pulled.
They're all
the-
big time to me. You know, you're all big time in my book. But while you look at this or get this situated,
I'm just gonna pull it up here. And
you're
we'll
gonna
just
pull it
talk.
up. All right, let's do it. So who is the first? Is it? You might have to read some of those names to me because it's also hard for me to see.
Yeah,
I
I've
need
got
to
I've got the
upgrade my
list
Harry
up here. So
Carries
we've got Dad and Starkiller, which Dad and Starkiller were in the last one, both of them. Starkiller being
the base in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. Yes, it's like a better Death Star. It was very original. It was a completely fresh idea.
Starkiller. Starkiller is from the H3 podcast.
Oh, so they stole that too. Good. Thank you, Disney. Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
I would say that
Pathetic.
Starkiller stealing names out here, but yeah. So we'll pull up the video so that everybody can see some pictures here. AB versus Dad. Now last year, AB fought Hundar, which is also in this still. And Dad fought Matt Watson, which is
his son,
what
of
we
course,
were
as
talking
we all
about.
know. Which everyone knows now is his son.
His son with the fucked up pituitary gland or whatever.
Poor son who'll never grow to be a real man. It's okay. Joe Rogan takes pity on him.
So, okay, let's just start with these guys then. After their performances last year, if you watched, I mean, Dad obviously had like the most viral moment of the whole show. And AB versus Hundar was like one of the actual fights, I would say. One of the actual fights rather than just a gimmick.
Yeah.
So what do you think here?
What's the size here?
They're the same.
Are they really the same? Because
I
had it in my head that AB was maybe a bit taller and might have a longer reach, which, in my opinion, I want to give the advantage to AB,
that
but
through all this, but I guess not.
I'm sure
thought
they'll
that
have
they
it
put
ready
stats,
for the fight. But it's
yeah,
hard
I'm
to go
pretty sure
against
they're very
Dad.
similar.
You saw he was a house of fire, to quote the beloved Jim Ross. But AB, I think. I don't know. Until I see more, give me AB to start. I don't know. I might be wrong here, but I don't give a shit.
Okay, so
AB's
give you
going
AB
down.
to start. Give me Dad
Taking
to
Dad
start.
down. That's what I meant to say.
I want Dad to fucking pound AB's face in. Is what I
Oh,
want.
okay. Thought you were going somewhere else for a second. I was like, wait. Whoa.
No. Well, this is what I'm thinking. And they kind of talk about it in the video. If you go and watch it, you have to watch it yourself because if I watch it, I'll get fucking claimed out my butthole. But they kind of talk about it, and AB would be a better match for somebody else in here, and Hundar would be a better match for Dad. I think they kind of talk about how that is the more likely situation, but turns out that AB is related to Myth, who's fighting Hundar. So he doesn't want to fight his cousin or whatever.
Oh, fair enough.
So they set it up this way. Interesting,
All
right?
right. Every day's a school day. I did not know.
So AB versus Dad. So there you go. And it also has AB saying,
I'll never fight again.
I'll never fight again, and then he does it. So Disguised Toast, who is a streamer, like a video game streamer, was
Got
supposed to
injured.
fight, and he got injured.
That's a bummer.
So Jack Manifold, which I don't know. Are you familiar? Online personality, Jack Manifold, as well as Dakota Olave. We don't know them, and they have like 15 plus million subscribers on YouTube, both of them. So
Man, damn.
we're old.
Good for you. Right away. I'm gonna start watching them now. Maybe take
Hell
little
yeah.
notes.
It does show their
Okay.
stats at some point.
Okay.
So you got these two, 5'7" v 5'9", 135, 135, but the age difference.
I do love how they show the clout instead of like because normally what you would see here would be like the reach, the boxer's arm length or something, but instead
it's
they're
their-
like, here's their
it's their
impressions,
clout.
dude. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's a good.
I like
touch.
that. I like that.
It's fun. I'm gonna pick Dakota Olave because that's a much cooler name. Although Jack Manifold, that's a nice. That sounds like a
I thought it
boxer
was like-
from 1992, right? And not Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson going up against Jack Manifold tonight on Friday Night Fights. But give me Dakota.
Is there a? I thought Jack Manifold was like a singer or something. I don't know
Who
why.
says he's not?
Is
Why
there
are
a
you trying to
guy
put
that's like
Jack in a
Jack
corner?
something that's a singer? Maybe I'm thinking of Jack Shavante, the singer, songwriter extraordinaire.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know. Anyways,
That's exactly who you're thinking of.
You say Dakota. You
I
said.
do. You say
I think
Dakota.
I think you're right. I'm gonna go with you here because the whole age difference, I guess.
All that experience. He's got a lot more to be mad about
I like it.
as a former.
And he's a bigger content creator, yada yada. So I just putting my clout behind the cloutiest.
Ooh, and it's TikTok versus Twitch on this one. Okay.
Oh, it
okay.
does say that too. That's interesting.
that.
Oh, we need to keep
We're
track
getting-
of that.
We're getting
as
all
going
kinds
through.
of cross-platform out here.
Okay, now this was one of the most interesting fights to me. I thought. Oops. Not Fitz and I did a thing.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, because it was the one. The next fight is one of the most interesting to me. Fitz and I did a thing. I did a thing. Did it last year, right? I don't know. Some of these fucking streamers
not
are
gonna
like,
remember everybody's name.
like they're all the same. They all bleed together. But I did a thing. I
Hey.
do know he's on like Hassan stuff a lot and does some YouTube stuff. And he's a big in shape dude. And I'm pretty sure that he did it last year.
I don't know that Fitz has got a profile picture of him either climbing a mountain or somewhere near a mountain. So I don't know, man.
You got Fitz on that
I got
one?
Fitz, dude. I've
I
watched.
did a
I've
thing.
watched Rocky 4. I know how that shit works. You go out and train in the mountains, dude.
All these votes, all these guesses are irrelevant, by the way. I'm going to have to come back and look
Until
at
I get them all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back and get our tallies at the end. I mean, like offline, I'll have to get our tallies here. But Alana
You pick
Pierce,
the next one first. I feel like I'm cheating you. I'm always
Okay.
taking the first pick, so I gotta let you have one or whenever you want. Don't let me tell you
Okay.
what to do.
Okay, fair enough. Alana Pierce versus Rip Mika, and I have to be honest, never heard of Rip Mika. Have you?
Yeah, dude, I'm hip.
You usually
I'm so
don't know
cool,
this
man.
streamers. I almost don't
No,
even ask.
no, I just don't get on Twitch a lot, so it's not. Yeah, it's no meant as no affront to any streamers if I don't know them. But Danny is my Twitch plugin, to be honest. Like,
Right.
he tells me what we're watching on Twitch. So if you don't know it, I don't know it, partner.
So I don't know Rip Mika, but Alana Pierce. Are you familiar with Alana?
Yeah,
So Alana's just like everywhere.
been
She's
on
been doing
this-
video game shit for ever.
that name has had to have come up in 3 seasons at some point.
Oh,
Right?
definitely. She's been on a show for something. I think she got like I think one of the times we covered her because she was getting harassed online. She was getting like stalked or something and it was newsworthy. Yeah, Alana Pierce, who's like a IGN original and she does her own thing now, blah blah blah, but she was in Funhouse and shit. That's where I really watched her. I'm all in for Alana, but that's just because I'm an Alana simp. So
Give me the underdog. Give me the unknown.
Okay.
Rip Mika. You got to
'Cause,
make
yeah,
a name
you
for
look at
yourself
the-
at some point along the way, right? And this might be that moment.
the numbers are very stark difference here.
This is a David and Goliath kind
Kinda.
of situation here. And
10
I think
times the followers
10
here.
times, and not to mention just the amount of views, which poor Alana, I'm not familiar with her content, but damn, I bet she starts every episode with, look at the graph. Look at how many of you watch that aren't subscribed. She pulls a Cinnamon Toast Ken every time, I bet. Like, listen
Yeah, that
here,
is pretty
subscribe to my
interesting.
damn content. You watching? You're watching.
So let's continue. I'm definitely down for that fight, except they're gonna somebody's gonna get their face smashed in. Crank Gameplays versus Leonhardt, which I don't know Leonhardt again.
But you know, it's a little something about crank gameplays, huh?
Crank Gameplays, yeah, dude.
A little something about cranking.
I
huh?
crank it out every once in a while.
I have never. Believe it or
crank
not. I know. A lot of guys say this, especially right now. Apparently, it's really popular, but I have never cranked. I have
You've
no idea.
never cranked
I've
it?
never. Yeah.
You've never cranked
I'm not
it, like
familiar
the
with
movie?
crank.
You're not
No idea
familiar
who
with
this
Crank
Crank
the
guy
movie?
is.
Do you know?
Oh yeah.
My name is Chev Chelios.
Yeah.
And today's the day I die. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Anyways, Crank Gameplays, who was like, he did that thing not too long ago, Unis Honest with Markiplier. Remember where they did that for like a whole entire year? They made a YouTube channel and then deleted it at the end of the year. This was like 2020, I think.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I
it was like a
I
big
almost want to
viral
call it
thing.
neat.
They did a video every single day, those two together, and then at the end of the whole thing, they like did a real wrap-up stream at the end of the year and then deleted the channel. Boom. Kind of like a you had to be there experience. Kind of interesting, but has nothing to do with fighting. Crank
Unless this
Gameplays
goes
is gonna
so
get his
badly that
ass
they
beat.
pull it off the internet forever.
In
In which case, it might have something in common.
if he
but I
might,
don't
if
think
he okay. Here's a question. Here's a good question to get into while we're talking about all this fighting. Do you think if somebody like got injured terribly, like catastrophically during one of these things, that it would like be an end to the whole YouTuber fighting nonsense? Because it's
No.
like, I think people complain about maybe the unprofessionalness of it, which I don't think Creator Clash is, but I think they assume that YouTube automatically means like a little bit less quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there still is that. I think it's all with folks that are, older than us, or maybe there's some.
True.
I think our generation, our age group is kind of the transition. Like we grew up with a lot of this tech, so we appreciate this shit a little bit more. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably
Like if Crank Gameplays just gets hit so hard, gets knocked into
I think it's gonna
next
just
week, and he's
boost
kaput.
it. I think because it happens in other fights. If anything, like in a weird, it depends. If it's some freak tragic accident, it could delegitimize it, right? But
The
if
light
it's
falls.
yeah, like if it's something like that, right? Or the generator, if it's some XFL stuff, like they forgot to put gas in a generator and the power goes out, like yes, that would be detrimental.
Hasn't that been a gag on like real wrestling before, where like the rafters fall on the stage or something?
Yeah, well,
I can
maybe.
only
Yeah,
imagine, I
they've
guess.
had exploded. They've done some crazy dumb stuff in the world of wrestling.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I think if it's a legitimate fight injury, as long as everything's handled okay, I'm sure these guys are signing waivers and all that
Yeah,
shit.
sure,
if anything,
sure.
I think it could potentially add more legitimacy to the fact, these are real fights. Like those older people who aren't paying any attention, or who are like, oh yeah, it's YouTube boxing, so it's probably lazy because
Mm-hmm.
they still they don't realize how many $1 million corporations have YouTube channels, so they still think it's just something that people do in their basements, and so they might be like, oh yeah, this is awful. But I don't know, man. There's a reason, and it happens in sports games, and they replay the shit over and over and over again. Like, might make it go
My
viral,
favorite thing about
sadly.
sports is when people get hurt really bad.
Isn't it? It's so weird. It's like, and before we go to commercial, here, let's do a Ken Burns zoom on the suffering person before we pitch you a cheeseburger. It's so weird to me. And I love
that's
sports,
why,
but
that's
it's weird.
Why I think that was part of it for me as a kid, where it didn't click for me, like the enjoyment weighing out the destruction. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get nearly as much enjoyment out of like the idea of slamming my body into somebody else really fast.
Pussy.
Versus the fun.
That's
you know
because
what
you
I
ain't
mean?
American, brother.
That's true. I mean, I ain't. I am full-blooded
Was
American.
you born in a high or not? Goddamn.
I'm full-blooded or high, but I don't like guns. I don't like Trump.
He's gonna get pulled over on his way to work next by an unmarked stadium. Listen here, sir.
I have
We
a
heard all
buddy.
this stuff you've been saying.
No, go
No, go ahead.
I
That
like
was it. That was the end. That was the whole bit.
I have a buddy that has a Bernie sticker on his
fool.
vehicle, and yeah,
Poor-
that's why I think a lot. I'm
Poor
like, you're a
lovely
fucking
fool.
idiot, dude.
Yeah. Jeez.
Somebody's gonna
Throw
do
tomatoes
something-
at his car. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so
All the tomatoes.
Crank Gameplays or Leonhardt. Just like I said, these are just our bullshits. So who cares?
I'm going against Crank. So give me
Leonhardt?
Leon the Lionheart.
Lionheart, whatever,
Mhm.
whatever it is. I'm with you. Crank Gameplays is getting smashed.
Leonhardt the professional.
But this next one, Hundar versus Myth, and it was showing their stats there for a second. They're the same, except the age. So Hundar versus Myth. Wow. Myth being a good friend of Hassan and all them. He's always in their streams. He does his own stream on YouTube, yada, yada.
Okay.
And Hundar being the return fighter, actually. Beast who whooped AB's ass.
Yeah.
And he just looks like a fucking brick shithouse. I mean, he's always like, he's me and Kevin if we like.
He's legit. We're the same height and weight.
Yeah.
Like it freaks me
Actually,
out. Like
you
legit.
are. I'm short.
I probably weigh a pound or two more than he does, honestly, and but I'm just fat weighs more than muscle weighs more than fat. That's why. Yeah.
That's why you're
just
so.
Just a bowl of Jello pudding over here, but yeah, I see that guy. I'm like, God damn, no way.
So what do you think?
I gotta go Hundar. I gotta go Hundar.
Oh, you go Hundar.
That's because I've seen his work. I don't really know Myth at all, but it's hard to bet against. Well, there was a time it was hard to bet against someone in Joker face paint. Now it's it's kind of cliche.
It might be a leg up for him. Honestly,
yeah, now it's almost a negative point. Like you're less tough now because you did a Joker.
Oh,
cosplay.
okay, I get it.
Yeah, that's my thought. You gotta give this stuff time. Let it come. You gotta let it go away. So it wants to come back.
So with these guys, my whole thing is like, okay, same height, same weight. The only thing
I know where you're going with this.
One's he's black?
No. Why would you do that to me?
I just can't
finish your sentence.
Just kidding.
Oh.
We're joking here.
I'm gonna set this whole damn studio on fire.
The difference here for me is that in some of the like talk and interview, or maybe it was like something I read on Twitter or something. Either way, Anissa, who is iDubbbz's wife or whatever that does the whole event with him, says that they'll be hard pressed to get Hundar to put his body through another year of this. So I wonder, I just look at that and like kind of read into that is what I'm saying.
I thought you were going to say age because you know 23 versus 39. That's what I thought you were going to say, but instead you just took the scenic route, took a walk to the park and fed some ducks and just made me look like a racist for 2 whole minutes. So thank you for that. I meant that one is 23 and one is 39, but it's okay. It's all right. We'll be fine.
Anyways, okay, so yeah, Hundar or Myth? You say Hundar. I say Myth.
Give me the old guy.
We'll go with that.
The guns.
Hundar versus Myth. And then I believe the next one, XQC versus Soda Popping. What would you pick here? Just based off their looks.
Has XQC done this before?
Neither of them have done it before.
I just have a really hard time picturing. I've never seen Soda Pop, and I have a real hard time getting there with visualizing XQC throwing a punch.
Well, don't worry about it because their fight's like not real. This is like they take a little clip of them shooting the shit or whatever, and XQC basically says like I'm not gonna do it, and then the other guy's like no, me either. So it's actually not a thing.
Good. I think that's what's best for all of us. If I'm being, some questions don't need to be answered. I think that was one of them.
So we've got Haley Sharp and Marisha Ray. Another female fight. I like how they're bringing the ladies into the mix a lot more this time, right? Because last time it was just
a minx.
It was just a minx. Wow, dude.
Quick round here.
Damn, this is why I like having you on the podcast, Kevin, because you got all the fucking the quickness that I don't.
I catch all the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
But yeah, I think it was just a minx and the other girl, right? And that was it. Like
yodeling. Was it not her? Was it yodeling Haley?
You're right.
Wasn't it her?
Oh, so it is a returning fighter? Yeah, it is.
Isn't it? Please correct me if I'm wrong, but
no, you're right.
I don't know where else I would have known the name.
Yodeling Haley.
I believe it was.
Yeah, that's definitely her from last year. Yep.
So I don't know. I don't want to spoil it, so I guess we'll wait. Maybe we'll see Minx again. I watched this, but it's been a few days, so I forget the card.
Minx isn't on it, actually, yeah.
That's a bummer. I would have loved to have seen them both split out. Oh, whoops. I don't know what she did. So it's that
old Irish blood. It's in us.
My bad, dude.
It's in us, and it's always trying to get out and get myself in trouble on the internet.
Is it?
Old Irish.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, you got to fight it back, dude.
Oh, God.
Seriously, it's like a fucking.
That explains
It's
so
like a
much.
disease. It's here at all times. It's just floating here, and it wants to come out and say something.
I thought it was just the alcoholism, but now what you're saying is making a lot of sense to me. I should have been taking notes.
Okay, so Marisha Ray is like a voice actor chick on Critical Role, and Yodeling Haley, I think, is like a dancer, yada yada, returning fighter.
I would hope she yodels.
The age discrepancy here is huge, 20 to 33. The height, the older person's a little shorter, and the
And
weight's
she's a
the same.
cartoon, so clear
And she's a
advantage to Haley.
cartoon.
So, you know,
Is that
Haley's
an
gonna
advantage to
Haley's gonna
Haley?
tower over this cartoon
Because
woman. Look at her,
cartoons
she's
will
the
get like
size of a
beat up, and then
mouse.
her eye will turn black, and she'll get like a Band-Aid on her, and she'll be like, and then she'll trip her off a cliff or
Yeah,
something.
it could
and
be
then-
some Tom and Jerry stuff going on here, guys. I don't know. I do wish I could see what our other fighter looks like, but based.
I think if I roll it back just a little bit, it shows their pictures.
Now that looks like Ray from Star Wars. No, okay, nope.
well,
Oh,
there
there
they
we
are,
go.
kind of.
No,
There you go,
that's
you got-
Becky Lynch. That's a professional wrestler. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Haley. I'm gonna go with Haley.
Okay, go with Haley. Yodeling
Just
Haley, the
because
returning.
She's got a lot to prove, right? She had a good showing. If memory serves, that was a pretty good fight. Like, I wouldn't say either her or Justin Minks had some great form. Like a pro boxer
Minx is
wouldn't be
just
like,
scary.
"Hey, that's how you do it."
That's
but
a
like
scary woman.
They stood in there and threw. So you know, Haley's had a year to learn from that. Give me the redemption arc.
Haley's a
Give
very
it
scary
to
woman
me.
for me.
So you're going
Or Minx is a very scary woman for me, not Haley. So I would go.
fair.
I'm gonna go the elder here. I'm gonna go with the older person here. Now I know I used a different logic for the Hundar thing.
Oh.
But Hundar's a lot old.
See,
Like,
you're getting the
Hundar's
sports
old.
thing. You're figuring this out.
Right. Hundar's.
I know I just contradicted myself 30 seconds ago, but I'm going. This is
I
it.
feel
This
like
sports.
I do that
This is
all
what
the
we
time
do, baby.
anyways. And I was like, well, I just said that.
You keep
And, like,
moving forward and don't address anything. Just no. Shh.
But with the Hundar thing, he's much older, I feel like. Which Marisha is much older than Haley here. But Hundar is like almost 40. And they're saying his body's worn down and shit. Like 33, I feel like is still good age. And I'm just going to give it to the older one just because.
That'll go. That away. Easy for me to say. What just came out of my?
Oh, Or you should come drunk. today,
Jeez,
Kevin.
dude. Do I work in Kansas City today or what?
So the next fight is Aaron Hansen and why is it not giving me?
Oh, it's what is his name? Jarvis Johnson. Okay.
Jarvis
I
Johnson,
was like,
yep.
I've seen a couple of Jarvis Johnson videos
Yeah.
in my time.
Like a commentary dude.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Hansen's the returning guy from last year that got his ass beat by Harley.
Well, then props to him, yeah, because he was
He
the guy
came
who
back.
stepped up short notice,
Yeah.
and took a fight against Andre the Giant. So
I mean, he
good
even
for him,
said
man.
it. Yeah, they say it during the fight and everything. Like, oh man, Harley says like, hats off to you for stepping up when I've been doing it for so long. But like, he came back, so I feel like, fuck the haters, dude. I'm going with Aaron Hansen. I'm gonna give it to him, dude.
Okay, I like it. You know, give me Jarvis.
Redemption.
Give me Jarvis.
I do like Jarvis sometimes though.
I
Not
like
too bad.
this bout though. This will be one where I'll be happy to see either guy succeed. So hopefully, just they throw a few blows for us.
So this one,
Froggy Fresh,
Froggy Fresh, and Chris Raygun. Now I don't know if you
Some
know Froggy
good names,
Fresh.
guys. Those are good names.
Do you know Froggy Fresh?
No, I've heard that name before. Because how could I not? It's catchy as hell. But no, this is the first time I've seen the Fresh Frog.
I don't know Froggy Fresh, but Chris Raygun has been doing YouTube shit for years.
He looks like he's trying out for James Bond right there.
And I hope that Froggy Fresh comes in here and just pounds his living daylights out.
Okay.
Just like
You care to
he's
elaborate
one of
on
those
that?
guys. He's just like I've never really watched him. I'm not like I don't have anything to pick at in terms of. There was this one video he did that one time that really rubbed me the wrong way.
Fair.
I just think that he has got a punchable face.
Ooh. Well,
And Froggy Fresh looks like he's the guy delivering the punches here, baby.
a lot of us have punchable faces, Danny. It's not always our fault.
I mean, I have a punchable face, if anybody.
That's what I've heard.
It's
But
big and big.
usually it's around. No, never mind.
Anyways.
What was it? Something about frogs? Yeah, give me the ray gun because everybody knows, just like in rock paper scissors, that ray gun obliterates Frog. Just not a fair match.
Okay, interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
Moving
Now, if he'd have been a Toad, it's a different story, as everyone knows. But
Okay.
you'll have to look that up for yourself.
Moving forward here. Froggy Fresh. And then we've got Abelina Sabrina and Jay LaRae, which I've never heard of Jay LaRae, but I have heard of Abelina Sabrina. Abelina Sabrina is been on the show before, friend of the show.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, we're good friends. It was good to have her that one time.
We talked about her before.
Great interview. She's real nice.
Do you remember her?
Absolutely. Yeah,
mean,
she's going to win. No, what did we talk about?
Realistically, do you
no.
really do you believe her?
I don't remember.
This was Gus Johnson's girlfriend. So
you
remember
poor
Gus
thing.
Johnson treated his woman all bad or whatever?
Yeah, we
This is
talked about her a lot. I'm so sorry. That's a shame.
She does like politics and stuff.
She's gonna win.
Now.
She's gonna win. She's got a lot of frustration pent up, is my guess.
Is she gonna pretend that Jay LaRae is Gus Johnson and give him a fucking whack to the face?
Wouldn't that be what you would do?
Okay, imagine this. Imagine we'd be a real creator. This would be a real creator clash. Maybe we'd do like a rip-off creator clash.
Are we gonna box?
And it would have been cool to see Abelina Sabrina and Gus Johnson box.
Can we do one of these, but we get like the big inflatable ones, like the ones that are for children, and then we just do it out in a backyard.
I would embarrass
like
myself, dude. I'm
insane
not
clown
coordinated
posse
enough.
show.
I would do something like that for I would do like you could box somebody like that, somebody else, and you could be our representative for the podcast. And then me, I would do like
Appreciate that.
I would do the other juggalo shit that happens at an insane clown posse
okay.
thing.
So
like
you'd
jump
like
into barbed wire
or like
something.
smash a stop sign over a dude's head or something.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So
I think I'd rather take a fist than a stop sign. So we're good there.
So this is
crazy.
the what do they call it? The runner, the
co-main event.
Cool.
They're probably, I forget what they call it. The event before the main event, but we'll just call it the co-main event.
So do you have any insight? It's Harley versus John, whatever the fuck, Johnny Edge Shot or whatever the hell. His fucking thing.
Johnny Copyright.
Do you know the Johnny somebody?
Yes, I do know
Johnny Elite or something. What the fuck?
Johnny Blank. Yeah. So yes, I guess it's Johnny Elite now. This dude is I guess current professional wrestler. So
I mean, he looks lit.
Longtime viewers know you hear me drop the occasional wrestling nugget around here. So it was something that I grew up watching, and he was a part of it in the early 2000s. So I think his name was John Morrison. That's what has been blotted out, which is funny. Just a funny little Vince McMahon. It's sounds like the guy from The Doors, and he thought John Morrison looked like the guy from The Doors. So boom, you're John Morrison, pal.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, because his indie name was Johnny Blaze when he was wrestling at normal. But that you can't use that because Marvel.
That's Marvel.
So they had to change it, and he's like, "You look like Jim Morrison, pal. You'll be John Morrison. It's great. It's gonna be great." And then
fuck?
he's been kind of apparently he's at AEW now, so he's a former wrestler, but I guess current wrestler. I don't know. The whole thing with wrestling is it's fake, right? Sorry, guys, but so he was always presented as like this real martial artist. So I don't know if he can actually fight or not. But look at those abs. You gonna bet against a guy with those kind of abs?
But then, have you seen?
I will if he's fighting Harley.
So Harley and him are fighting. Let me see if I can get on Twitter here and find Harley recently, because
is he?
If you've seen Harley recently, last year it was I think he lied about his weight. I think he was bigger than what he actually was, and he fought and whooped ass or whatever. But he was juicy last year.
Well, and he acknowledged that the guy he fought, that they weren't in the same weight class. That was part.
That looks pretty good, but
he's
I feel
got some
he's
guns
got
there.
He did a thirst trap the other day, I feel like. And
how did I miss
look,
that?
there's a thirst trap. He did blackface. Should I show this on live for everybody?
I mean, that's your call.
So if you can Kevin was his face. You can use this picture here to judge whether you think Harley will beat John Johnny Blaze?
Copyright.
Johnny Copyright.
Johnny Fair Use.
Johnny Copyright versus who is it? Shaq?
Oh my god, dude.
All right,
why?
I'll switch that off.
What year was that?
That's an episode of his podcast, Halloween Costume Regrets.
So much commitment, dude. How
That's
much
some Rakita Law shit, bro.
paint did you put on your body?
Rakita. Oh, that's some Rachita Law shit,
Can't
dude.
win them all, folks.
Okay, so like,
Was that it?
This is like old. If you want a good look at like,
I
oh
don't
my
need to-
god,
I
I
look at
feel
that.
bad for him when I look at that.
I see that every day in the mirror, brother. I don't need to.
But no, I swear he had like a thirst trap picture at some point, but maybe not. Maybe he's humble. But there definitely is like this one where we can just pull up where like you've got him
Where
you
he's
got the guns flexing. He has like shaped up. He's not. My whole point was he's not like chub guts anymore. He's got some competitive looking. I mean, I guess I haven't seen him shirtless, but I'm sure he probably shapes up to the other guy in terms of like shreddedness.
Oh, maybe. I don't know who you got. I think you know me. I gotta take the wrestler. You know.
Well, I'm Harley all the way. Then I'm
of
glad that you
course.
picked that. I'm Harley all the way, dude. I'm a very I'm an old school Epic Mealtime fan. I've got a signed Harley fucking bacon shirt or whatever. Like, I've been around with Harley.
I got through a number of lunch breaks back in the day watching some Epic Mealtime.
I loved it.
back on
I
the
loved
YouTube,
that
dude.
when it was a thing. I mean, I think it ran its course. Obviously, I don't think he does it anymore. Even
Helped
but
me feel better about slamming 2 double cheeseburgers at lunch. You know, I was like, it could be worse. I didn't eat a whole lasagna made of this.
Were you ever watching Epic Mealtime and thinking like, oh man, I want to make YouTube content because of what they do? Like not that specifically.
No,
but
but looking at stuff like them helped you. Like I don't know. It was something. Making content was something I wanted to do since I was a kid. I just didn't know that these things would be available to us. And seeing stuff like Epic Mealtime definitely kind of expanded my horizon as far as there's so many different ways I could think about this that I never would have thought to think about it before. And so, yeah, it definitely was a inspirational kind of thing that way, but it wasn't like, oh, I want to do cooking shows or, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I want to do this or I want to make YouTube because of this, but
I
it
want
was
to get
like
drunk on YouTube.
oh, here's a cool
eat
way.
food.
Yeah. Like that and Dude Perfect, right? Because that
Right.
Dude Perfect was one more for me that I was like, me and my idiot friends have been doing that shit for years.
Right.
And you know that they're doing hundreds of takes before they finally make one. And now look at them. And I don't see their stuff anymore, but I know they had like a Rob Deirdre side. What was that guy? Robin Big? Remember that?
Yeah.
They
had
have
like
like
a plant like that.
yeah, they
had
have like a freaking whatever that
house?
place was, a ridiculousness like mansion style for
Okay.
trick shots. So yeah, definitely one of the OGs, and it's kind of cool to see him fighting now. I don't keep up with him. I don't know what the hell else he's doing.
I think he just does his own podcast now. I think they're kind of just like, that's it. I think he just does his own podcast. Maybe they do Epic Mealtime shit every once in a while, but my thing with Harley that I always thought was cool was it's a little, we've got some loud vehicleage outside of
I thought the window was open.
pardon my microphone's picking that up.
Actually, I just
peed.
peed,
And he didn't wash his hands, damn it.
and now there's no hand sanitizer.
But anyways, my point was Harley was like one of those first creators that I liked, and then you see him go from bullshit YouTube, drinking on YouTube, bullshit. Then he made like they stepped up their production a little bit, so I saw that happen. So you see him then when they actually get money and it starts getting a little bigger and better. And then they even went further and they had like a network television show that was like 2 seasons that they did.
It's on the Food Network.
Some kind of I forget. It was like Food Network or one of
That's
those.
dope.
It was like
I
Travel
mean, yeah, I would
Channel or
imagine it'd be
something.
one of those. Yeah.
One of those, but they had a television show that they did, and I think they did it in like, I mean, obviously they probably didn't think that they were going to be doing the Epic Mealtime TV show forever, but I think they did it and were like, okay, cool, that was fun to do.
Yeah.
And it's just cool to see a YouTuber go all that distance, and now he's like kind of settled down and, you know, chilling, but he's still out here boxing.
Out here looking like FPS Kyle.
I mean, he's a stud, dude. He could crush me like a fucking bug, dude. He could step on me.
That
Not in
the
a
way
non-sexual
you phrased
way.
that was a little too kinky for me, Danny. I think we're gonna have to move on. I think we have to move right
I
along.
realized as I went with it.
And move on to someone who turns me on even more with his mullet mustache combination.
Really?
No. I'm just jealous.
Oh.
I'll be honest with you guys. If I could, it's a good thing for me that I can't grow hair, because if I could, I would have a mullet. But I'd have one of those gross ones where, like, the sides are completely shaved, and then it would just be gross. It would be horrible.
Well, here's the thing, and this is why I shaved my fucking mustache today and went full
I still see it.
We've been getting accused of looking too similar, especially after last podcast when we went full bald.
No.
And now people are like, dude, it's like two carbon copies on camera right here. Like we're looking the same. So
yeah,
I'm gonna try.
We're both devout leftist Democrats. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, okay. I was mainly going off of appearance. Let's not go.
I know the appearance thing is right. I was just trying to get one in where I could.
But so I think I'm on a quest to like find a different look here.
Oh.
Okay? I'm shaving my mustache.
Teddy Fresh's stock prices just went down, boys and girls.
I'm gonna grow my hair out. Okay, it's been a long time since I've grown my hair out, but I'm just gonna let it go, let it flow. Obviously, I'll keep my hat on for most of the time, but as it gets incremental stages as the year goes along, I'll pull the hat off and show everybody. It's gonna be bad.
And I, in turn, will finally commit to the gnome beard I keep teasing about for a long time.
Are you going to Keemstar it? By the end of the year, we're going to be like...
I don't think I have that in me. You know, like, I will try, but I don't know that my beard will work that way. So we'll see.
It is quite interesting. I don't know. I don't know how he shapes it. He has to have, like, a thing that he just, like, sticks it into...
Yeah, he just takes
like a pencil sharpener.
Have you seen those cheese graters? They look like a bell and there's a hole inside. He just puts that upside down and shoves it on his face. And then... Sorry about the mic hit there.
Pencil sharpen.
If you had headphones on, I'm sorry.
So iDubbbz versus Alex Wasabi. Now Alex Wasabi is like some younger creator coming up. He's like million subscriber dude. Whatever. You know how it is. iDubbbz. Now Alex Wasabi fought he fought somebody else. Maybe it will say it here.
And covering this exciting lineup,
Wasabi.
No, nah, I didn't. Yeah, I must have tuned in at the wrong part. But Alex Wasabi fought somebody else. Maybe KSI, I think, or somebody. He's fought other creators.
He's fought,
before.
but not in the creator clash previously.
Exactly.
Heard. Okay, I'm with you.
So
that might be. Yeah, that does sound familiar now. So maybe it was KSI, because I'm trying to think who else we've glanced at.
He looks like who's the singer that he looks like?
Any of them. Like he just looks. Yeah, he looks like a successful R&B singer. This album came out around. Is that 2004? It's hard to tell with the lighting. I need to see the whole thing. But yeah, that's a power pose, dude. That's an R&B hit. If he was more horizontal, have you seen that? That's like the Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson power pose, dude. Like if that pose is on an album, buy it. That album's a banger.
So with the album cover headshot there and Wasabi as the last name, are you picking him as the winner here?
Yes. I wasn't until now, but yes. Give me all the wasabi.
Well, I was going to say, they haven't mattered till this point, but I think that maybe, we can pick sides here. And this is like the legitimate fight. This is the big fight here. So you can go Alex Wasabi or not.
I'm going Alex Wasabi. I will not root for iDubbbz ever again until he reverts on everything he's done for the last 5 years and goes back to making content cops, because I just refuse to get out of the past.
Okay.
And I want my content cops.
Base take.
All right. Give me to him. God damn it. Am I having a stroke?
Next. Maybe. I don't know. Do I need to call somebody?
Give me to it, Danny. Give me to it, Andy. Jesus.
Do you think next year? So, what's his nuts? Sam Hyde, fucking Hassan Piker.
Wear you like a suit.
This motherfucker got unbanned on Twitter recently, and his first tweet was like,
a picture of Buffalo Bill?
"What up, bitches?" or something, and it was at iDubbbz and at Hassan Piker. This is his first tweet back.
I
So.
love it.
Sam Hyde's still out there thinking about wearing somebody as a suit. So there we have it. That's the Creator Clash breakdown. You heard it here probably not first. I'm sure we're not the first people to talk about it, but that's our take based on nothing.
Get your bets in. Don't blame me when they're all wrong.
I will come back and listen to this over, take our picks, and I'll like tweet it out or something.
I wonder if they'll take bets on this. Like, you know,
Legit bets?
DraftKings and
You'd think like after
FanDuel going to get in on this?
Yeah, you think after like the showing they did last year that maybe?
I think somebody with the sheer number of sports books that are available right now, I imagine someone's going to pick it up. So make you some money. There's probably somebody right now who's like, dude, it's already there. I'm betting on it right now.
I just want to take 1 second to look at chat. Somebody says
it's been not a he's blowing into his hands to warm them up.
Is Kevin anemic? See, Luke is taking a
dude, I
lap
have
here.
bad circulation.
But somebody said pre-recorded. You'll never know whether the Clout Rock podcast is pre-recorded or not. How are you going to know? Because I'm never going to look at chat again or acknowledge it. I could have just like guessed just that.
They slipped into our accidental test stream. When we didn't have the volume on the recording, we had to go back and turn
the Matrix. Yeah, right? What do you think I was doing? I was setting you all up. We did the first initial stream. That was like me setting you all up. You don't know how I did it, but that was you clicked it and you failed the mission. Now you're in a pre-recorded universe. I didn't know what I was saying there and just kept rolling.
Pre-recorded universe. I'm writing that one down.
Universe. Suck it, bitches. You're in a pre-recorded universe. I wanted to look at this. I thought it was funny. Nick Fuentes, he comes back. Here, I'll pull. Oops. I didn't mean to yoink that around. Get out of here.
This is like Microsoft Paint.
Yeah.
Is it Microsoft?
Can I undo all that? Yeah, okay,
Who makes
cool.
Paint?
Let's undo all that.
Apple Paint.
So he says this, just straight up. Patrick opened the doors to the Krabby Patty. Or what? Krusty Krab? Krab.
Oh, that's like I'm back, dude. Yeah.
I'm back, bitches. So this was after the last podcast, okay?
Yep.
And then
So
he records this,
Okay.
posts this out on his
trying to follow along.
Twitter during the week.
Fucking gay way.
Oh, God.
Of Hitler.
Out of context, Hitler there in a gay way. Here, let's hear what he actually had to say. Sorry to take that a little out of context. I like that. I like that. It's a live show. Or not. You don't know.
Why is he?
Hitler, not in a fucking gay way. Okay?
I love Hitler.
We
not in a
love
fucking
Hitler
gay way.
in a Christian way, you freak, not in a gay way. Anyway, in like a awesome way, okay? In like a we love Trump way, you fucking liberal. A man and a woman have sex, and they have a kid. A guy and a guy cannot have sex. It cannot happen. Cannot. I mean, you can make it work.
Wait.
In the sense that you can sort of like hump an orifice.
Yeah.
In the same way that you could have sex with a pumpkin. You know, have sex with watermelon.
Ooh, oddly specific.
Have sex with, anything really, right? If you're talking about
Yeah,
friction,
anything.
about mechanical dynamics here.
He's definitely thought about this before.
Wow.
But so that was one of his takes, that he posted up. I don't know if he actually this last.
And you mean
bit,
to tell me someone tried to censor that?
Right.
What? I thought this was America.
The last bit here, the Hitler bit, I think was something that he posted out while he was unbanned. But I think this last bit here might have been something that somebody just added on as like, just a little funny goof there. But oh God, just so hilarious. So he comes back, he says stuff about not in a gay way, he loves Hitler, and then our newest update.
Oh.
Nick J. Fuentes account suspended.
Man.
So rest in peace in a week.
Getting suspended, man.
In a week.
It has to be a stressful life.
Like, is that impressive or what?
Kind of, right? Was it off on off in 1 week? Or was it just
So he's been
back and then gone?
He's been
in 1
banned
week?
since before
Okay.
Elon got the controls.
I wasn't sure if it was a snip snap situation.
And then Elon was like, "Ooh, I like this guy a little bit." And then he was like, "I guess the Hitler stuff's too much. I guess." That's where they get him. That's where it always happens. It's always the Hitler stuff. Always is just a little too far for them guys.
Yeah.
When are you gonna learn?
If you're not sure where to draw the line, that's probably a good starting point.
No Hitler stuff, okay? So I guess we're at the point of the podcast where we can start just jumping around here and looking at some good old fun stuff.
Jump around.
So there are some that I starred that I really wanted to show you. Would
It's
you?
a terrible way to phrase that after our last topic, but go ahead.
Some that are starred that. Yeah, okay, fair enough. See,
I've been a reach on my part.
You're the
That's a
editor
reach.
here.
That's a reach.
Okay, you're editing the podcast while I'm going. So yes, maybe
Save
I
me,
said
Danny.
some
Pick a
wrong
clip.
things. Bruce Ray leaving OTK. We could look at Cenat grinning out. We already did actually, right? Yeah.
You know who I kind of want to talk about at some point, but it's
we can do it right now.
the
at that
return of Mr. Grift himself. Because I was watching a little
Mr.
thing last
Grift.
night called the Royal Rumble, and Logan Paul had a miraculous comeback.
So where did I
after
put that clip?
Blowing out
Oh.
his ACL, MCL, PCL, GCL, or whatever the hell else he blew out in his knee. With
Do you think that they're gonna be like relentlessly taking down shit playing this clip?
probably it's the WWE, but I mean, I don't know if you're just showing. They're not going to take down that president.
I wonder if I can just like pull through it like this and
pull through it and just show them.
'Cause
Try
it's
it. Why
such a
not? You
short
tease.
clip.
Don't be a tease. You got to.
So,
You got
okay.
to show the people now. And who else? Nobody else is a nerd like me wants to watch this shit.
Logie P. Here, I'll give you the. This is like stop
Surprise
motion.
entrant. All right.
So explain the whole situation.
So
Why stop motion.
super quick. This is the event that sets up for the WrestleMania, which is like the Super Bowl for wrestling, and it's 30 people, 2 at a time, or 2 people start, and then they add
Making 'em
1 at a
talk.
time every 2 minutes. And so Logan, who hurt himself a few months ago, is now is now back. And I want to say everyone fucking hated him. He got booed when he left. He was a good guy. They loved him. Everybody was cheering. He comes out to crickets, mind you. Like, this is the Royal Rumble, so it's a big deal. Half of the thing is every 2 minutes they do a 10 down to 1, and everybody's like, oh my God, who's going to be the next guy? And it's a good barometer for the company as far as like who do the fans actually give a shit about, because they'll either cheer or do nothing. Fucking crickets for this dude. And then after about 2 or 3 minutes, just a chorus of boos. Like, just everybody apparently is caught up on Logan. So good move on him to try to divert quickly, but he was not a fan favorite until this. Now this is all everyone wants to talk about.
Who's across from him?
That's a guy. His wrestling's name is Ricochet. I don't know much else other than that.
Is this like his expertise then?
But-
He, like ricochets off somebody?
Yeah, they were doing a thing where right before this clip, they're yelling at each other from across the room.
Okay.
The room, fucking idiot. The ring, where Ricochet's like,
fake.
"This is my shit. This is my shit. You think you do my shit?" And they yell at each other, and then they do this. Then they.
Oh, so this is Logan Paul ripping him off, doing his
Yeah,
shtick?
of course. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's wrestling, dude. None of this shit's been original for 20 years.
Okay, so
but
let's
yeah.
see. Do stop motion, a little art
And they're
here.
gonna
We've got him
launch,
up on the
dude.
things, and then splash. When do they hit? Got a little hug action
And this is
going.
when we edit in like Goku and Vegeta smashing in, and you have the 2 straight minutes of a Dragon Ball Z where the Earth is, it's just like the same it's like it's the same 5 slides on repeat.
Does it look cool to see him do that? Do you think?
I hope so. It kind of reminds me of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which is
I don't know if I've ever seen
movie.
that movie. Is that bad?
I don't think you're missing much.
Crouching
I mean, if you want to see that
Tiger's Hidden Dragon.
stuff, just watch the Matrix.
Okay.
The Matrix Reloaded.
Let's move on here. I want to look at this Bruce fucking Ray thing because it cracked me the fuck up, and
This
I think
one is
you'll enjoy
new
it
to
too.
me. Yeah, I didn't get this one didn't get to pre-watch this one, so
So I was kind of telling you before the show, like how the sequence of events went here. Bruce and Mizkiff had a stream together. So Bruce was on Mizkiff's stream like for a whole fucking segment or a whole. I mean, like I don't know if it was all day, but it was definitely hours of content that they had together. You know.
Okay.
And I watched some of it, you know, because I follow Mizkiff on YouTube or something. So like, if I'm ever like getting high or something, he might pop up in a queue that rolls past. Okay. So Mizkiff and him had a little stream together. The next day, this happens.
Bang.
I have officially resigned from OTK. Thank you for everything, OTK Network.
Man.
Now, the connection, obviously, Mizkiff is the OTK guy. He's been in some little trouble because of his whole nonsense lately, but he's still the OTK guy, and Bruce was an OTK guy up until this point. But as we, I think, hinted at before, I think people are slowly but surely jumping this fucking sinking ship of OTK.
Yeah.
And Bruce just shows it here.
Kind of surprised it took this long.
You know, isn't it weird?
We were covering this a long time ago.
Think about this. Oh, yeah. We were talking.
This has been coming up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Think about this. Okay, I kind of want to just put it in like a perspective. This is like, I feel like this is like me and you doing a podcast one day, and then the next day, you just drop a fucking message on Twitter and say like, I am no longer associated with the Clout Route podcast. Thanks for everything.
So,
and then I message you, okay?
Yeah, don't get on Twitter tomorrow, but go ahead.
So I message you offline. I mean, me in this circumstance, it's Mizkiff, and you are
But
Bruce.
you're like, hey, bro, why'd you just quit
Yeah, so
publicly?
Mizkiff is like, yo, what's up? And then Bruce drops a fucking heater on him. And this is the part of the whole situation that cracked me up the most. I mean, him going on a stream with him one day and then quitting the next is, you know, that's streamer brain.
What did they do, man?
That's
Like,
streamer brain for sure.
Yikes, bro.
But I mean, anything for the views, you know. So I see where they're going there. They're trying to
Anything for the views.
But listen to this, dude.
That's got to be a grind.
I hate it. Why do you have to put the
Does
music?
he got his own face on his shirt? Because
Hold
I
on, hold
respect
on.
that.
Let's get to the
I
point.
don't think I could do it. I think one bald forehead to look at is enough.
You son of a bitch, Bruce. Okay, I think he has the music off.
Stop texting my phone. You are blocked, bitch ass nigga. Don't ever come at me like that ever a day in your fucking life. I did
Bruce.
way more for you than I was even supposed to, nigga.
Hey.
Period. Don't ever text my phone. You're blocked, nigga. Don't try to come at me. No time. Let me talk to you on my tip shit. Don't ever try to text my phone. No. Fuck no.
Nigga.
You supposed to be sending good energy, nigga. I should have left when your bitch ass got exposed.
So listen to that. Okay, we'll watch the rest because it's funny. But he even makes the point. He's like, dude, I should have left a long time ago. I gave you guys a lot more than I should have. Throwing heaters, dude. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it.
He's
It's
mad
just like,
about something, dude. God damn. But also, he's right. He should
whatever.
have just left the first time, probably. He'd
Yeah.
probably be a better situation for himself, but,
yeah.
you know, he's kind of dealing with, like we talked about KSI earlier, he's kind of dealing with some of that too, right? For not, you know, he's in business with Logan Paul, so he's trying to pretend like it's not,
Right.
like
I mean,
Logan didn't fuck up. Like, oh, it's not
They
so
all
bad.
gotta-
He's clearly remorseful. Shut up, dude. Just sit this one out, dude. Either call him out, either say he needs to be held accountable, or just shut up, because this ain't working. But
So here we go. We'll let it play a little bit more.
this dude is
Don't hit my
pissed.
phone on some lame ass shit like that ever again. Well, you won't be able to. You're blocked.
Yeah, I was saying just block him.
Don't do that. That's that weird shit. I don't like that. And I'll call you out on that shit in front of everybody since you won't text my phone while I'm streaming in front of everybody.
Stay safe.
Fuck you now. Now it's fuck you. You weird as fuck. Period. It's no drama. It's just
Oh,
weird
no,
energy
clearly.
because I left and you know it's like that.
I'm gonna say fuck you 4 times and then say it's no drama. That's also streamer brain, right? Like,
It is.
that's
It's all
what-
streamer brain.
Jesus.
I mean, let's be honest. It's all streamer
Christ.
brain here. But
But he's probably in the right, so like I don't begrudge him for being like, "Hey, Miskiff's you piece of shit." But what the
Can
hell?
you imagine
How
what
did
he
it go
said?
from? Yeah, man, I can't imagine. I have no. He got
What set
hot.
you
I'm
off
trying to think about what
so
you would have
hard?
to say for me to start streaming enough to
you just go
then
live and
rant
you're like,
about.
Danny, you bitch ass motherfucker.
Fucking dude.
This podcast is
I can't even say cracker. I couldn't even do that. I can't even be like, you bitch ass C
Are you gonna
word.
dress up like Are you gonna dress up like Shaq on stream and quit the podcast?
No, I'm gonna. If I do anything, I'm gonna get that Keem bandana, Chris or Halloween costume I've been sparing.
got
I've
you.
been stashing.
And then do a like seething review on me.
Yes,
This
yes.
bitch should have never fucked with me. I'm Keemstar.
We're gonna do a content nuke on Danny.
Oh God. Anyways, let's move forward here. So let's move on past the content nukes. I don't need any content nukes. Let's see. What was another one? Oh, so the Hassan Aiden Ross thing. We wanted to look
Hey,
at.
Streamer
What's your
Brain. You were
thought?
just talking about
Streamer
this.
Brain.
Hey,
Streamer Brain.
hey.
So here is Hassan warning Aiden about becoming Sneeko. All people who we've talked about on the podcast before. Sneeko being yay pilled, right? Hitler core.
I think the problem with him is that he's not taking his medicine. I don't know what kind of pill he's supposed to be taking.
He's
but
listening to too much Hitler core.
Something's wrong.
Let's hear what Hassan has to say about Aiden here and then talk about that.
Use terms that Aiden will understand. If he keeps going down this pipeline, he's going to turn into like another Sneeko. He's just going to be banned from everything. He just needs to fucking save himself. It's good that he's working out. It's good that he's like bettering himself. These are concepts that I'm on board with. But this like no-fap, weird fucking right-wing shit is not good. It's rotting his goddamn brain.
I don't get why a lot of the point that they make is the no-fap thing. Like, do you
I didn't know that until this.
Do you subscribe to the idea that like somehow saving your nut is gonna like send you into some clarity, like ascendant Zen clarity? It's always such a weird thing to me.
I will say I think it's really unhealthy to like watch porn every day and
I mean, right? If you're like fucking
shoot, I should have said
dogging it on-
prawn. Yeah, and like you shouldn't be doing crank gameplays every day either. Like that's not healthy.
What?
But I don't think it's. I don't think you should. I don't think it matters if you're. No, I think that's ridiculous. But.
So he says you keep doing what you're doing and you're gonna be Sneeko brained. Okay. Do you want to know what Sneeko brain is?
I know they do. You need to. You need to see it.
You guys need to see what Sneeko brain is. This is what Aiden's going to become if he continues down his path of recklessness and bullshit.
Trans and I'm gay. Logan Paul is my savior. KSI is my favorite. I want to watch Lil Nas X.
I think this fucking bullshit alpha music might get us fucking clipped too. So I'm gonna kind of
well, it's not
pause it a little bit.
Yeah, it's not the gameplay.
I like what's on the trend.
I want to play that game, but yeah, this is legit. Like this is just a Leafy video.
I still miss the.
The only thing difference is instead of a dude sliding while he twirls a knife, this is a freaking Indy car on a. He's just doing a Leafy. Fucking 7 years later or something.
Here, let's
Trending
listen.
page.
Fine. Teach their own.
Is good. Beat my meat. Lock me down. Inject me. Inject again. I'm gay, trans, and I am boosted.
So you see where this is going. I'm gay, trans, and boosted.
We're gonna make a beat out of this. It's gonna be a banger. But no, I don't
think there's
a
a remix to that. It's like I'm gay and trans and boosted.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for
do it.
Boosted featuring Sneeko.
Boosted featuring Sneeko. So yeah, I mean,
Yikes.
that's what they're up to.
Looks fun.
So
Looks like fun.
the last thing that I absolutely had to show you,
Oh, I know what this
which
one
is my fucking fave. We'll start with the soundbite first, and then we'll show the context because the soundbite is just so. This is like me and Kevin were talking about it before the podcast. This clip by itself might have inspired me to need to buy, like Streamlabs little fucking. Da 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 da.
And I have to apologize. This was supposed to be in the thumbnail, and I screwed that up.
Oh, you
That's
son of a
alright.
gun, dude. We forgot this big cherubic face here.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fine.
It's all right. We'll get him next time.
Let's check it out. So listen to what Glenn Beck has to say lately about Velma.
Doinks.
I love
Sexualizing children. Doinks.
Wait, damn it.
sexualizing children.
Why did I have to say I love it right before that part came out? He took such a long pause. I loved the doinks, and now
you didn't know it was following up with that.
Screw you, Glenn.
You're clipped out of context. There,
First of all,
it's over now.
Don't name your child Glenn, dicks.
But
Doinks.
Doinks.
So let's get a little.
I can't do it as well as he does. So
let's get a little
I'm just
context
hating.
here, and yeah, let's start talking about soundboards, dude, because I need doinks.
This is the HBO Scooby-Doo spinoff, which doesn't even include Scooby-Doo. Shaggy has been replaced by a black man named Norville. Fred is the only white character, so he's evil. He's a privileged misogynist who can't dress or feed himself.
Glenn is very offended by that last part, particularly.
I love his description.
I can too feed myself.
Yeah, I love his description of.
I've
never heard anyone describe Scooby-Doo like this.
Velma is a black Asian.
This is the funniest thing that
Does
I
he not know who Indians are?
Okay. No, seriously.
He's on his Christopher
he's
Columbus.
Lost in the sauce so hard that he can't even parse through what nationalities he's trying to pick at here.
Can you believe it, brother? They got black Asians. My
so
God, I'd never.
Fucking funny. He goes on.
Velma is a black Asian, and Daphne is half Asian, half white, and they're
now. You know who Velma is based on in this show?
Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who writes it? Mindy Kaling.
Yep.
Black Asian, notoriously black Asian lady. Mindy Kaling.
Our favorite Blasian, Mindy Kaling.
they're both bisexual.
They're both.
And obviously, there's more than one lesbian kissing scene. Another scene features teenage boys kissing. And there's plenty of examples of doinks sexualizing children. So
that's like his punchline there. Plenty of doinks. Does he know that it's not doinks, or do you think he's just?
I think
funny?
he was trying to cover the copyright, maybe.
Ooh.
But it'd be funnier. It's funnier to roast him. It's funnier to roast him.
Saying zoinks.
I don't know.
Once.
I'm just giving him an out. I'm just giving you an out, Glenn. Grab onto it for dear life.
Does he know?
It's like
Has he ever watched
zoinks, dude.
Scooby-Doo before?
No, he hasn't. He just knows that someone told him, "Oh my God, they made a woke Scooby-Doo, brother. You got to get out there." And he's not bothering to say that, hey, everyone hates this. Like, Mindy Kaling made a show for people that she hates while she makes fun of them throughout it. She literally makes fun of adults who watch cartoons in her adult cartoon. She's kind of fucking an imbecile on this one, in my opinion, but this shit cracked me up. He didn't know what the fuck. He's just like, oh God, they got a woke Velma. We gotta shit on Scooby-Doo.
Wow, dude. Okay, so I'm kind of we're trying to stay healthy here and avoid chat a little bit today. That's what the shout out stream is for. But I mean, I'm looking occasionally, whatever. But I want to point out to you, dude, as I'm scrolling through chat here, we've got a lot of chatters today, and nice to see everybody. Sweater Vest Quartet, Parking Tigers, Pest, Luke, Vault Wander, Abby Blackbird, Pulling Spring, our fan on Twitter, Fluffy Elliott, Mel B. I mean, gosh, the whole Andy, the whole crowd's out today. Drama
Shout
Alert
out.
says, you fell off. You're telling me Keemstar come to my fucking show and tell me we fell off? Is this for real?
No, that's gotta be.
Keemstar come up in here. This is like a fake, probably. Somebody made a fake Drama Alert account.
Oh, I ruined the bit, damn it.
I
Yes,
love
Keemstar. Come on, Keem. God.
You fell off, dude. Fuck you,
I
Keem.
thought we
That's
were
all I
gonna
had to
do
say.
a
Somebody
live
clip this out of
stream.
context and tell that motherfucker to unblock me on Twitter.
I thought we were gonna do
bitch.
White Claws together. Damn it.
Maybe he'll let us box each other and pay for it.
We did fall off though. I appreciate the criticism. We can always improve.
Canadian pretending to be an American shake my head. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Parking Tiger says, I hate boxing talk. I'm not into sports. Let's see. Pest says, what the fuck is that laugh? Sounds like you're trying to start a 95 Honda Civic.
Ooh.
Hey.
The worst part is I don't know what you could be talking about either of us.
You're here for it or you're not, baby. I mean, I can only assume. Trust me, I've lived enough of my life at this point, 31 years, that I've heard enough. I've heard every version of the laugh joke. I mean, I'm sure you've been present for some of them, Kevin.
What? No way.
Let's see. I mean, the Keemstar one was just really distracting.
Is that the winner? Yeah.
It's so crazy to think. Kevin Street fought my mom, someone said.
Ooh.
Did you do that? Did you do that? Star Killer equals Star of David Killer. I don't like that in our chat. No, none of that nonsense. Andy says, Bazoinga. Jolly good show, I bet. Will got to watch on the replay, probably mostly. Yeah, that sounds like a doinks moment there. Vault Wanderer says, Dad is lanky with long reach. I used to follow his old YouTube characters, Long Arms.
Thank you. Hey,
have you
Vault,
watched
there we go. Okay.
his dad stuff? And like prior to that?
I watched a decent amount of Dad. Who was it, like Nexpo or Nightmind? Who did? There were a couple of channels
Nexpo did a whole video on
yeah.
it, like kind of diving into all this shit, yeah.
And so I found out about Dad, I think backwards, right? So I found out about him through Nexpo, I believe, and then followed along for a while, and then I've lost it. Is it still like is he still living inside the internet or whatever weird? Is it still super weird and awesome, or like is he still on that whole shtick?
Yeah, he is still on the whole dad shtick for sure. There's like
Love it.
He does something new every other day, or does like a 24-hour stream or whatever. The thing with Dad that I've always realized is that he really wants to make it like big. You can tell. And he tweets sometimes where he's like, where I feel bad for him. Because it's just like, oh, I did all this hard work for, I mean, like essentially I feel like that's how he feels. That he does a lot of hard work and doesn't get the recognition that he deserves. Which, I mean, he could be right. I feel bad sometimes.
That's why he's going out there fighting people, right?
Good old Dad. Yeah, just keep knocking people's heads off. Knock your kid's pituitary gland. Poland Springs says, as your biggest fan, I'm offended. I am sorry, Fluffy Elliott, our biggest fan, Poland Springs on Twitter. We are ignoring her.
Oh. Yeah.
Hi there. Andy Zucchini really wants us to light up 2 cigarettes.
No, I can't.
What did you call it? Butt fucking?
Yeah, that's what you used to call that back in the day. If you didn't have a lighter and somebody had a lit cigarette. And chances are, if you're in that situation, you're already kind of in the shitter because you're probably bumming a cigarette and also without a lighter. So you're pretty shit-faced at that point. But yeah. Yeah. There was a time when I've lit a couple of cigarettes that way.
They just want to see us, you know.
They just want that.
They want to see that. They want to see that action. They want us to kiss. Is probably what it
what's
really
that?
is.
Was it Lady and the Tramp? What is it with the spaghetti noodle?
Like spaghettis instead of cigarettes.
Yeah.
We quit smoking cigarettes. We don't smoke cigarettes here on the Clout Route podcast.
Or anywhere.
Mel says we are 99%, and I disagree. We are 100% today on the podcast, Mel. I don't think she was saying we're 99. She was just kind of saying it. But no, 100% here on the podcast today. Poland Springs said that she skipped church for this, and I told people to skip church for this, so I'm glad you did. Thank you.
Oh, no. I feel like either way you're disappointed, right? Sorry. Oh, sorry. No church jokes. I'm sorry. I'll stop it.
And keep going through here. I only want to kiss Danny, Vault Wanderer says. I don't know if that's going to come back to like bite you sometime.
Is it the mustache? Is it
maybe?
Because
I'm bringing him in
a
with
week
the mustache.
ago it'd been hard to tell the difference. So maybe I need to I'm trying to go like maybe the mutton chop route, you know, like just get rid of all of this and like this right here.
And then we've got, you know what? Why bother pre-recording 2 people audience? Yeah, that's a good point.
You guys have any idea how lazy I am?
Damn, we got some spicy ones out there in the audience today. God, nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. Do you want to hit, you know, it's 1:32 and I am sweating my balls off today. So I think we hit a couple more of these little quick routes and then we can wrap her up and get on out of here.
Who's it going to be?
Okay, let me read out to some. Actually, I won't even read out some. Let's watch this. Jenny TTY, okay, on Twitch Twitch streamer Jenny TTY chased down a thief after stealing her phone on a live stream. I love this shit. Like the advent of like everyone's always streaming kind of shit has made the most wild things occur. And this is like one of those situations where the idea of somebody like snatching your purse or your phone or whatever, that's a fucking, it's been happening forever. But you don't typically get to like somebody snatches your phone and then you get to watch the whole thing. So let's watch
the live stream for proof.
It's pretty cool.
Schwap.
And you can hear her screaming. I'm streaming.
I'm on stream.
And I think the person that's like carrying the phone here is like starting to maybe regret what they did. I don't know. It seems like they're not getting away fast enough.
It's not a very fast mover. Well, probably not a good idea to run into a subway when you're trying to run away from someone. Normally there's some sort of turnstile situation. You might have to wait in a queue.
Yeah.
Kind of dumb. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is a hoax.
Oh, like a bit for a stream.
Yeah, we don't see anything. We don't see any body.
Oh. I like where your head's
False.
at. That's
I don't believe it.
You aren't content brained, but you know where to pull it, where you know where to see it.
Everybody's got a little content brain, But the first step is admittance. The first step is recognition, and the second step is admittance.
Are we in some kind of
pay attention
program here? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, it's a simulation, and that's why we're fake stealing our phones for clout on Twitch. It's 2023. Who needs a phone that doesn't have one at this point?
Who's stealing phone? Who's out here stealing phones?
Somebody just stole your iPhone 12 walking down the street. Why? To do what with it?
So I think that we might catch some more clips of this as like the week goes along and more people see it. But we've got Jordan Peterson here saying, I am off to see Joe Rogan in Austin this Friday.
Off to see Joe Rogan.
The 27th, so which would have been 2 days ago. So it's out now, and maybe I have something from it.
We haven't watched it?
No, I have not watched it. I'm not a regular viewer, I have to admit.
What will we do without Joe Rogan?
What will we do without... I was about to say Mug Club. He's not Mug Club. Joe Rogan's cigars and show up on Spotify, baby.
What's his, the Rug Club?
The Cigar Club, bro.
Oh.
The Rug Club.
Oh, no, he doesn't wear a toupee. He goes bald like me.
Right.
Somebody
said that to me the other day.
I can say these things
because
I'm bald, all right? I'm allowed to make fun of bald people.
Somebody says this to me the other day, I need to get a rug, and I didn't know what that reference meant.
Now you do.
Don't
do it.
Thank you.
Just shave it. It's fine. Just put in the extra work. It's fine.
So, he was going to go on Joe Rogan, and then the big announcement is what I was curious about.
But there wasn't any, was there?
Well, he posts this and says, 3 hours with Joe Rogan, traversed a lot of territory, will no doubt produce a veritable flood of complaints to the commissars at fucking his College of Psychologists of Ontario. So, I mean, maybe that's like the big thing. He like talked shit about Canadian psychologists. But yeah, I assume like you would think that in the aftermath post where he's like, the thing he was going to do is do some big announcement that he would like make reference to it when he posts. Oh, we just did 3 hours. But the only thing he says is the Ontario thing.
When are you going to do the Dan Clout Experience podcast and then get one of those big ass neon signs back there?
Dude, I mean,
that looks dope.
How much do you think that is? That's like a legit thing.
Probably
dude.
more than my car.
If you check it out, here, let me pull it up. You can see that it's like big. That's a big fucking deal. Somebody made that for him probably for free too.
Yeah, they did it for exposure.
Right. Like, somebody's probably a huge fucking Joe Rogan fan. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my guy. I got a guy up in Portland, man. He makes fucking these wicked ass neons, man. And I tell you, Jamie, pull that up. Pull up his neon signs, man. This guy made me. Jamie made me a fucking UFO, dude. And it's like this UFO, and it's got my name, and
is this him?
It's got like the now starring underneath, but it's like it's gonna be who's the guys on the show, right? Like fucking free, dude.
Is this
$3,000? I let him sit in my nipply cold ice bath. I have no idea. I'm assuming that's Jamie. I don't know. I know as much as I can learn about Joe Rogan through the clips.
Right, yeah.
So I just know he's like, Jamie, pull that up, Jamie. And he goes, oh, that wasn't real? Really?
Well, why does
That's
it
not
say
his
that?
dad? Why does it have dad on his shorts? Oh my God, dude.
So I don't know what the big announcement there
The
was.
Joe
We missed
Gullible
it,
experience.
apparently.
That was a
and
terrible joke, by the way.
I think the last thing we'll end on here, only because we have talked about him before, so it's kind of like a treading some old news here. George Santos, I did an episode of the morning show on him. We've kind of talked about him on the show a little bit. Notorious lying politician.
What? But like, you need to clarify that. Like more than the
Extra.
normal amount. Like,
Extra lying.
we all should have come to terms that they're all lying to us. But this is apparently even pushing it for what they will do. So
look at this.
What
Santos.
solves corruption more than donuts, right? It's all you guys hate me, right? I'm just have some donuts. No one can hate a guy who brings them cheap coffee and donuts.
Right. Santos gives press donuts and amid calls to resign.
While
Listen to what he says.
sarcastically thanking them. You guys are doing a great job.
For all the hard work you guys do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here and doing your job. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously, I appreciate you. There's coffee and donuts for all of you guys. Yeah. So what's our plan today?
It's heated.
So is this like?
And then he comes back.
I just don't.
Because he comes back and he's like, to answer your question, our plan today is to write legislature and do
Wait,
it the
wait,
American.
wait,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. But wait, there's more.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
I only
Wait.
watched the beginning part because I was
Wait
like,
for
that's
it.
the funny part.
Wait for it. Go ahead, pull that up, Jamie. There it is.
Work for the American people. Legislate. That's what I got hired to do.
Boom.
So do it then, you fucking fraud.
Dude, he mic dropped you. What are you talking about, dude? You're gonna have some good. You're gonna have some cool ideas coming out of that office, Danny. Doesn't that change your opinion on the situation?
No, I'm pissed.
No, not some donuts and
I've been
promise of
blackpilled
cool
again.
legislature.
I've been blackpilled again at the end of the episode. Now I'm pissed. George Santos can fuck off. Don't come out and start talking about I'm here to do legislature. Then do something, you fucking idiot. All you've done so far is lie like a piece of shit. Don't fucking bring donuts and act like all is forgiven, you weirdo. God damn it. Fucking George Santos can go fucking. He should have a lovely day.
I'm assuming you would not take the donut on principle, right? You're
No,
not
I
going to
think
be
I
like
was poisoned or something.
I'll eat the donut and still be like, fuck you.
Talk
guys.
about
Yeah,
black-pilled.
yeah.
He literally black-pilled me.
They
There's
probably
red pills in there.
Yeah, they're all chocolate donuts. And everybody's got X-Lax and they're just shitting themselves.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you, news people. I'll fucking show you. Eat a donut.
We didn't pull it up, but if you look at that Doja Cat thing for yourself, if you want to have a little uptick, you want a palate cleanser, she wore a mustache made out of eyelashes, and I thought that shit was freaking hilarious.
Oh, okay. We'll pull that up for a palate cleanser then. I like that because it is. She says there weren't enough lashes, so guess what? Doja shows up with lashes.
Oh.
Magic and innovativeness.
When I first saw this clip and the subtitles were French, I thought that she was speaking in French. Like I didn't listen to it at first.
That's all that I know. So I know it's gonna happen. So.
Can you tell us more about your look today?
So yesterday.
Can you tell us
or not
more about
yesterday,
your look
a few days
today?
ago, I did Scaparelli, and people are saying that.
And Scaparelli is what we looked at on the podcast, right? Like she looked like she was possessed by Satan.
Yeah,
Glitter, diamond out or whatever it is, rubied out, rubied the fuck out, which was wild. I mean, that was quite the undertaking to do that.
But it wasn't okay because she didn't have any eyebrows.
Well, now
it was all for nothing.
Lashes, and that they're disappointed that
Oh,
I
sorry,
didn't
lashes.
have on lashes yet.
I said eyebrows. So's what I fucking know, dude.
And so today I gave them lashes. And so I hope they're
Eyebrows.
happy. And, I just want to make people happy. So.
I just want to make people happy.
Yeah, that was it. That was the thing.
Her.
So there
I
you
mean,
go.
I'm trying to get my Doja on
It's
today.
almost. I was gonna say it looks a lot strikingly similar to what
Did you
Danny's
see
got
what I was
going
going
on
for here? I'm gonna grow my hair out like her too. I'm on my Doja era right now.
Well, this means I
Doja era.
have to keep my glasses on. Then I can't go contacts either, because then that makes it. Because then we both go glasses.
Like I said, yeah. Like I
okay.
said after last week, dude, and all of the things I heard about. Look at how they look like brothers. They look like brothers. Like we can't.
I'm gonna try to mimic your movements.
We
now,
can't. No, stop. Now I'm getting all self-conscious. We can't look too much alike. We've got to differentiate, Kevin.
Well, I'm not doing blackface. No matter how many times you ask me in private, I'm not doing it for the clout.
Just
I
for the
refuse.
podcast, dude. Just one episode. Rachita it. Rachita Law it. Just
Nope.
All right, guys. We appreciate you all tuning in for, what was today? 58.
Yes.
Episode 58 of the podcast. It has been lovely to do the show for you today, and we will see you sometime soon, I'm sure, and talk to you all. Have a great day. Peace.